This is Prayerline, your weekly inspiration to help you pray for student movements around the world.
Radiant witnesses. This town is bright. It's glowing on a hilltop in the black of night, an unmissable beacon, visible for miles around. Where is it? In all kinds of places, because this is how Jesus describes his followers in Matthew 5:14-16, living with light that's meant to be seen. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. With your prayers and support, you are enabling students, young graduates, and staff workers to be radiant witnesses, hilltops on campuses around the world. Here's how. When Moses started university in the Solomon Islands, he'd given up on faith. His childhood church had left him feeling alienated due to his struggle with drugs and alcohol. I felt rejected, unacceptable, unwelcome. The environment didn't help me get back to Jesus. It pushed me away. Then he met his local campus group. He discovered followers of Christ who showed him grace and didn't judge him. I felt so welcome. Reading the Bible together with them changed my perspective. All I could see was the grace of Jesus and his love. In Mexico, staff worker Hendy is ministering on campuses amid the darkness of mental health struggles. I have rediscovered the conviction that the gospel is sufficient for our context. God does not waste suffering. He turns it into a place where his voice can be heard most clearly. The pain of others is sacred ground where light can shine, not through hasty answers, but through a compassionate presence. In the Caribbean, Samantha Diamond, General Secretary of the IFES movement in St. Vincent and Grenadines, is concerned for the many students from broken homes. Her team run evangelistic school tours where they not only preach about Christ's love, but show it as well. Sometimes that simply looks like a listening ear or being a shoulder to cry on. Shalom, a student leader in Indonesia, was stirred by the low literacy engagement in her area. She teamed up with others to serve the local community by visiting schools with quality, age-appropriate books and encouraging daily reading patterns. Our witness has become brighter, not only in what we say, but also in what we do. Sudarsan in Nepal and Robert in Armenia, both young graduates, are also helping their peers see how faith is expressed in all of life. In Nepal, a Christian worker who refuses to take a bribe or a nurse who treats patients with extra love is a radiant witness. Since being a Christian in Armenia is often just a cultural label, we need to live Christ-like lives through integrity when compromise is easier, through genuine care for colleagues, through excellence in work, through a hopeful spirit in our uncertain times. Give thanks for students, staff, and young graduates like these who are letting their light shine, pointing others to the Father through the Christ-like goodness of their lives. Ask that their radiant witness will draw many to faith. This Thursday's Global Giving Day on the 16th of April will fund initiatives that empower radiant witness across IFES. Pray that supporters, churches, staff workers and students around the globe will be stirred to equip gospel living in all of life through deep generosity. Pray for the Lord to provide all that's needed for IFES and its 163 national movements, so that we can see students thriving together as communities of disciples, transformed by the gospel and impacting the university, the church, and society for the glory of Christ. Amen.
Thanks for listening to Prayerline. To have stories delivered fresh to your inbox each week, join our Prayerline mailing list by going to ifesworld.org.